In a world defined by global trade, interconnected economies, and instant communication, it's tempting to believe that military power is less important than ever before, overshadowed by diplomacy and economic ties. Yet, the world remains unpredictable. Disputes between nations and threats from groups like terrorists haven't disappeared, and new dangers continue to emerge. The stability that enables global cooperation, trade, and peace is often underpinned by credible military strength, serving as a foundation for international order. A capable military acts as insurance, protecting a nation's people, interests, and allies when diplomacy fails or when unexpected crises arise. In 2025, questions about military power are more relevant than ever, with new powers rising, old rivalries evolving, and technology rapidly changing the landscape. Warfare itself is changing, expanding into cyberspace and even outer space, where new forms of conflict and competition are taking shape. For the United States, a strong military is essential, not just to win wars but to deter threats, reassure allies, provide humanitarian aid, and respond to crises worldwide. Military strength shapes American foreign policy, influences global stability, and defines its role as a world leader. Assessing military power isn't just about numbers, it's about equipment quality, rigorous training, technological innovation, and the strength of alliances. In 2025, the U.S. military combines all these factors, creating a force unique in scale, reach, and capability. It's designed for a wide spectrum of challenges, not just one type of conflict, but to adapt to any situation anywhere in the world. This video will break down the U.S. military's size, equipment, technology, global presence, and training, giving you a comprehensive understanding. We'll compare it to other major powers and explore what makes it formidable, and the responsibilities and challenges that come with such power. Let's take a closer look at the American military in 2025, and why its strength still matters in today's complex world. To truly grasp the strength of the U.S. military, it's important to start with the numbers, which reveal the sheer scale and scope of America's armed forces. In 2025, about 1.3 million Americans serve on active duty, with over 800,000 more in the reserves and National Guard. This means that at any given moment, more than 2 million Americans are ready to answer the call of duty, whether at home or abroad. This deep pool of trained personnel can be mobilized rapidly for crises, natural disasters, or military operations, both within the United States and around the world. The U.S. military's hardware is just as impressive, reflecting decades of investment and innovation. On land, the Army and Marine Corps operate thousands of M1 Abrams tanks and tens of thousands of armored vehicles, providing unmatched firepower and mobility. In the air, the U.S. fields over 13,000 aircraft, including advanced fighters, bombers, transports, and helicopters. No other nation comes close to this level of air power and versatility. At sea, the U.S. Navy deploys nearly 300 ships, including 11 nuclear-powered aircraft carriers, more than the rest of the world combined, giving the U.S. unmatched maritime dominance. These carriers, along with their supporting ships and submarines, allow the U.S. to project power globally, reaching any corner of the world's oceans. But numbers alone don't tell the whole story. The real strength of the U.S. military lies in how these resources are used and coordinated. True strength comes from combining size with advanced equipment, rigorous training, and the ability to adapt to new threats and technologies. The U.S. military's scale means it can operate in multiple regions at once and sustain long-term missions, something few other nations can match. Its global presence is unmatched, with hundreds of bases and forces ready to respond anywhere, anytime, often within hours. This combination of quantity and quality of manpower and technology truly defines American military power in the modern era. The U.S. can deter threats, reassure allies, and respond to crises worldwide, whether it's a conflict, a humanitarian emergency, or a natural disaster. Its ability to sustain complex operations far from home is a key advantage, supported by a vast logistics network and advanced supply chains. The military's depth and reach are central to its global influence, shaping events and maintaining stability across continents. America's armed forces are built for flexibility, endurance, and rapid response, able to adapt to any challenge. That's what sets them apart on the world stage, making the U.S. military a force unlike any other in history. The Army is America's backbone on the ground with hundreds of thousands of active-duty soldiers ready for sustained land operations. Organized into armored infantry and rapid deployment units, the Army is trained for any environment, desert, jungle, or city. The Marine Corps, as the nation's expeditionary force, is often first to respond, operating on land, sea, and air. In 2025, the Marines are lighter and faster, focusing on coastal and island operations, especially in the Pacific. Both branches rely on advanced gear, robust logistics, and relentless realistic training. Large-scale exercises simulate real combat, testing both individual skills and leadership under pressure. This preparation ensures U.S. ground forces are ready for any challenge anywhere. Their ability to sustain operations far from home is a decisive advantage. The U.S. Air Force dominates the skies, unmatched by any rival. Its fleet includes stealth fighters like the F-22 and F-35, nearly invisible to enemy radar. Strategic bombers such as the B-2 and B-52 can strike targets worldwide. Aerial refueling tankers extend the reach of fighters and bombers, enabling global operations. Massive transport planes like the C-17 and C-5M move troops and equipment anywhere in days. The Air Force's intelligence and surveillance aircraft, including drones, provide real-time battlefield awareness. This information edge is as crucial as firepower in modern warfare. The Air Force's logistical power underpins America's rapid crisis response. Its ability to control the skies and move forces globally is unmatched. Air dominance remains a cornerstone of U.S. military strength. The U.S. Navy stands as the world's most powerful maritime force, ensuring freedom of the seas, protecting global trade routes, and projecting American power to every corner of the globe. Its fleet of 11 nuclear-powered aircraft carriers forms the backbone of its strength, with each carrier leading a formidable carrier strike group made up of advanced ships and submarines, ready for any mission. Destroyers and cruisers, equipped with the cutting-edge Aegis combat system, provide a shield against air and missile threats, defending the fleet and nearby allies. These ships can also launch precision strikes against land targets, shaping conflicts from afar. The all-nuclear submarine fleet includes fast attack subs for intelligence gathering, surveillance, and hunting enemy vessels, as well as ballistic missile submarines, the most survivable and stealthy leg of America's nuclear deterrent. The Navy's global presence is truly unmatched, with ships and submarines operating in every major ocean. At any given moment, U.S. Navy vessels are deployed from the Mediterranean to the Pacific, maintaining a constant watch. This forward presence allows for immediate crisis response, rapid humanitarian aid, and reassures allies of America's commitment. The Navy's vast logistical network and overseas bases enable sustained operations far from home shores, keeping the fleet supplied and ready. Its ability to be everywhere at once is a testament to its immense size, advanced technology, and robust support systems. The Navy's reach and constant readiness are key pillars of American influence and global stability. Its powerful combination of surface ships, submarines, and aircraft carriers gives the U.S. unmatched maritime dominance. The Navy's global operations deter adversaries, support allies, and uphold international order. It remains a pillar of U.S. military dominance, embodying strength, resilience, and global reach. Technology is a cornerstone of U.S. military power. In 2025, the U.S. leads in unmanned systems, from small drones to high-altitude surveillance and armed strike drones. Fifth-generation stealth fighters like the F-35 act as flying data hubs, sharing real-time information across the battlefield. The Army is developing long-range precision missiles and robotic vehicles. The Navy is fielding laser weapons for ship defense. The Pentagon's goal: connect every sensor and shooter into a seamless network, enabling instant response to threats. This military Internet of Things is still evolving, but it's central to maintaining America's edge. Technological superiority isn't just about weapons, it's about integrating them for faster, smarter operations. The U.S. military's innovation keeps it ahead of rivals. The battlefield now includes cyberspace and space, domains as vital as land, sea, and air. U.S. Cyber Command defends military networks and conducts offensive cyber operations, protecting critical infrastructure and disrupting adversaries. The Space Force, America's newest branch, safeguards satellites essential for navigation, communication, and early warning. Space is now contested, with rivals developing anti-satellite weapons. The Space Force focuses on resilient satellite networks, and rapid threat detection. Cyber and space capabilities are as crucial as tanks or jets in modern warfare. These new domains are central to America's military future. America's alliances and global bases are force multipliers. Treaties with NATO, Japan, South Korea, and Australia mean the U.S. rarely acts alone. Allies provide shared intelligence, strategic locations, and combined military strength. Hundreds of overseas bases allow U.S. forces to respond rapidly to crises and sustain operations worldwide. These bases are vital for logistics, maintenance, and training with partners. Joint exercises ensure U.S. and allied forces can operate seamlessly together. This network of alliances and bases is unmatched by any rival. It extends American reach and strengthens deterrence. Partnerships are a key pillar of U.S. military power. In 2025, the U.S. military remains the world's most powerful force. Its strength comes from a blend of size, technology, global reach, and strong alliances. The military's ability to project and sustain power anywhere is unmatched. New branches like the Space Force and Cyber Command show adaptability to modern threats. Challenges from China and Russia are growing, especially in space and cyberspace. Maintaining the edge requires investment, innovation, and strong partnerships. America's global network of allies is its greatest asymmetric advantage. The U.S. military's foundation remains strong, but wise use of power is its greatest challenge. In a complex world, American military strength provides options to deter, defend, and uphold international order. The responsibility to use this power judiciously is more important than ever.